perusing the internet, that was a little job segment for you guys. So the Nairobi County government has demolished 42 houses in Woodley to pave way for affordable housing projects. My question is, does Nairobi not have land that belongs to the government that they could have built the houses on rather than creating
all those lands are being grabbed?
Yeah, those are the lands that we're gonna ask you to pay for as affordable housing.
So remember, why would you make people homeless in the aim of building affordable homes?
That was sad. That was extremely
sad. But apparently they were given a notice way earlier. Yeah.
But do you not have land? You're telling me Kenya has no land. Nairobi has no land.
Nairobi, surprisingly, is very, very populated, man. Like right now, it's very hard to get land. But you know, there was an argument, by the way, when I checked the county government officials trying to justify this thing. They were saying, you know what? It just doesn't make sense how you have like 12 houses this side. You know what I mean? And then they have got like massive compounds.
Yeah.
You know, because Woodley, everyone has like enough space.
Yeah, some space.
Yeah, and they're very old houses. So why don't you take down these houses? Yeah, engage. Of course, first of all, engage with the residents, and then take down the houses. But one thing I know is apparently most of the residents over there, if not all, have been promised units. Once the affordable houses have already been Njengwa, they're going to actually get units for the households that were already in Woodley. So I think that's okay. And there's also compensation. There's also compensation for people who want to go to other areas. They've been given a few hundreds of thousands shillings. By the way, Ikitupia, Buru guys.
Hundreds of thousands.
Buru.
Yeah. What do we mean?
They're coming for you guys. Buru, and what's the other place called? I forget.
There's even a place, Huruma. On the way to Huruma.
Yeah.
When you're headed past Jogo Road, all these houses are on the left side.
Yes, they're mostly on the left side.
All those ones are going to go down as well. It's crazy.
Yeah. What's the other area where... I forget.
But there's so much land around Athi River, Syokimau. Why don't you just take that and actually start building affordable houses?
The government wants prime land. The one prime land in the CBD next to Nairobi. Just the main lands. That's the one what they're targeting.
Yeah.
Concerns about that story though.
Yeah.
Think about it. Yeah. So take Kilimani. There's a plot of land, maybe a half acre, just chilling, or had containers, had shops, whatever. Bring that down, put up like 200 units. Okay? 200 units, each house is afforded 2 parking slots. Sewerage system hasn't been expanded.
I know, man.
2 parking slots times 200 units. How many cars are those? The roads are the same. And then you keep complaining you're in traffic. So
I know, man.
This urban planning thing has to be like really thought out.
Correct.
Because once you put up like 200 units in a space, that's more garbage, that's more traffic. It's just congesting the joint.
And then don't forget, you have a house there, you've built a borehole. I come right next to you and build a borehole.
Yeah.
Worse is, guys are actually building the drainages and sinking boreholes. There was a lady here who was at the Situation Room talking in the morning. I cannot remember her name.
This morning?
No. A couple of weeks back, and she was with Latif, and she was talking about Kilimani and how it's become a mess right now. And how this, the Chinese contractors are building a building.
Massive.
There's so much corruption in the housing sector. These guys are paying tons and tons of cash for them to just build illegal structures. Some of these structures are not even supposed to go beyond 10 stories. What are they doing? 27 all the way up. It's crazy. And then you begin piping, and apparently Kilimani has a very serious drainage issue. So you build a house. You build a house, and then there's a drainage issue, and you also build a borehole. So you can imagine the kind of water that people are drinking, and that's a high-end area that's supposed to be high-end.
No, but the residents need to step up also.
No control.
Yeah, guys who live in Kilimani, you guys need to step up and now fight for your own, man. Because now Kilimani is looking like pipeline. But that's the story for the drainage. Every time, like Kwanzaa and Kile, on a random weekend, you're just gonna check it, the hood stinking.
Right.
That's never been Kila's situation. Bro, Kila's always been like a green area. Yeah. Now look.
No, it's different now.
It's so sad.
It's a different green.
Yes, it's a different green.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was actually watching, there's this guy called the Kenyan historian. He's on YouTube.
I know him. Yeah, dope.
Enoch Sikolia. Yeah. So there's a thing he's done, and I think it was like last week, about Kilimani. And when it rains for 5 minutes,
it's over.
There are no roads.
Yeah.
Guys who have basement parkings, all that water is draining into the basement parking.
Oh my God.
So guys are like pumping water out. You can't see the potholes.
Can you imagine that time for flooding, how it must have been crazy? You know what's even sad? Nowadays in Kile and Kilimani, there's traffic in the hood, like in the residential areas, like within the estate.
Leave your house.
What?
Because everyone owns a car.
But we need to start now redefining what suburbs mean, man.
Yeah.
For real. Like, I know you're excited to go to La Vie. You've been working hard, my brother, staying in Omo. Finally got your pay raise. You got a promotion.
That
La Vie.
road.
I'm send Kilimani. You get
Make
sense of your money. Go to other areas like you're saying at the river. Go to Ngong if you can, especially if you have like a moti or whatever.
Karibuni Kiambu.
Karibuni,
Go to Tilisi.
Go to like
you know.
find other places. Guys, let's stop being too excited about certain
Living
places.
lavish.
Living quote unquote lavish just because we were told. What does lavish mean to you, man? For me, I feel like lavish means security,
peace of mind,
clean air. You know what I mean? No noise. So why are you gonna go just all of us just jump packed next to them foreigners somewhere there?
You live a nice place in Langata unaenda Runda unashinda kulipa.
You feel me?
Lavish is about the space. You could be paying 70,000 for a very small space, or you go to these other places, pay 70,000 and get an entire huge house.
I mean,
and no offense.
Gated, you get your peace, you can have your animals there.
And no offense to this Chinese contractors. I mean, the things that they build are substandard.
They're very substandard.
Sinks, things are just breaking up, man. The mirrors are not standing there for long. The wardrobes, after some time, the handles are off. Like, they don't really build with, too many good materials.
Actually,
so it's not even worth
speaking about good materials, is 9.6 billion Badge Tower has actually developed cracks.
Yo, let's talk about that. By the way, when I saw that story, I was just like, who is the contractor again?
Yeah.
Because that, wow.
Because now they're blaming the material about the cements that's being used.
No,
Badge
Parliament
Towers.
building.
Oh, God.
This building for MPs.
Yeah, the new one that they made up.
The cracks inside or outside?
Inside.
Yeah, I'm not checking in there if I'm an MP.
Cracks.
Hell no. And you know how much they paid for that thing? Was it 13 billion or 9 billion?
9.6
we get a
billion.
small
9 billion,
tremor like this?
Imagine.
This year there's actually been tremors.
Badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just chilling in my house and I'm like, wow, the curtain's moving and then the seat is like... And everyone, my son was just laughing. I'm like, bro.
Do you know what that means?
You guy, man. We're on first floor.
Dad, don't look, he's scared.
I like how you said, my son was laughing. I'm like, bro.
First floor, man.
Yo, by the way, if you check in those houses
come
in
down, man, I will be flattened like an accordion.
I know, man, I broke. Like the other one, where was it? Sujui Kaha or something.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, if you notice in Kila, there's two types of apartments. There's the Chinese ones and the Indian ones.
Yes.
The Indians are like 4 floors, mostly like 4 floors, the old school ones.
Yeah.
You can see the quality is dope.
Yes.
It's very dope.
It's very dope.
Very
It looks,
strong.
they've
Chasing
been
their
there.
time.
Like some of them are like landmarks now.
Yo, in South Sea, all those old school houses that the Indians had, they're all being demolished. And then buildings are coming up.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was with a friend of mine. It's called Paul Mirano. He was like, yo, guys, man, they're demolishing these houses. When you look at the ancient architecture that's really good and strong, it's been there for years and years. Going down, new investments being done.
Yo, but let me tell you, fam, me when I'm done with this radio thing, there's nothing I'm doing in Nyeri. I'm out of this city, bro. It's too populated, number one. And then, I just think I can live a better life outside Nairobi.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kwanzaa after COVID is when we've actually found out that there's more to living than just trying to there's more to living than just getting some dope apartment simply because you have a Nigerian neighbor.
Like
that's messed up.
When you can take a walk and actually hear birds chirping, you can see the stars. Like the last time I went to visit my aunt in Kilimani, I couldn't see the stars. I was like, where are they?
You're looking for stars. They'll give you lights.
Can't bust
the gypsum. Those are the ones they'll exchange.
Back home, I can see the stars. You hear the owls hooting. You hear the birds in the morning.
I love it. Yo,
Here you hear hooting.
And that's why I like the whole devolution thing, man, because you can get anything in any other city out there.
Yeah,
if your company can just allow you to work online, get out of this city.
And I feel like Nairobi is slowly just going to become the business hub that they're trying to create. Like you guys will be going to Nairobi like it's business. It's corporate, you're out. If you want to go home now, you're going to the outskirts. A couple of meetings and you're on the road on those, expressways, because it's not going to be too habitable.
So if you've got a bit of cash and you're looking to invest outside. Because
but then let me tell you, because the other cities that are so populated but they're very habitable. For example, in New York.
They
have one of the richest areas in Manhattan. Very, very rich. Of course, it's kidogo crammed up and everything, but you don't have these mashidas. Let me tell you, my boys told me something so deep. Yeah, if you want to know a city is well taken care of, just look at the agenda of the wealthy in that city. If the wealthy do not care about the environment, trust you me, all other things are just going to be all over the place. Them, they don't care. They probably have their own houses somewhere in abroad. You know what I mean? The people who have resources in our city, corporates, You know what I mean? I'm just regular Kenyans who have a bit of money. Y'all need to be at the forefront of these conversations because you have power, you have influence. You know, you just make a call like this and things are sorted. Muskanga, a joke where people say, oh, you know, if you don't have like somebody like a Donny staying in your hood, you're not gonna get certain amenities. Like, you know, as in, for example, even paved roads. Yeah, paved roads. It's usually like potholes. Water. Drainage is so messed. So the people, the who's and who's of Nairobi need to step up. You know, we need to actually join hands and say, this is the direction we want. You need to set the agenda for this city. Don't leave it even to the county government. Don't even leave it to the national government. The who's and who's, because you've been here, you call this home. Step up and, you know, fight for your city. You're never going to see this trash happening in Monaco, summer in England. You know what I mean?
But you see, one thing that I also came to realize and learn from a few people is that you see when they were like creating the urban development of Nairobi, let's talk about the colonialists. And the reason why it's very unbalanced is because these guys knew exactly where they're going to be placed.
Yes.
So the rich, affluent places, you never see these issues where electricity is always going out.
But nowadays we're seeing those issues.
Yeah. Even water piping.
But back in the day, they never, because they were they used to actually engage in these conversations. Yeah. You never see apartments in Karen. You would never see Sijima. You know, funny. You would never see like stalls on the roadside.
And I feel like before you start constructing houses, start looking at the roads, start looking at the drainages, start looking at the water in that area. That should be your first priority. If you're thinking, okay, we're going to increase the housing in this place by 10%, what are we doing about the water? What are we doing about the roads? If you're not expanding the roads, like first of all, Kilimani, there is no space to expand the roads to.
Exactly.
There's like house here, house there. The drainage is very, very tiny. And, you know, if you can't expand the roads, then it's like, why are you crumping up the place already?
I mean, I'm telling you, but even, for example, us in Sharks, I can just tell because the area is looking dope. It's like people coming up with not apartments, like dope cribs. You know what I mean, But there's like structure now, even in our Sharks, literally, man. All the way in Gem.
Yeah, because it's now guys are very critical in what they're doing.
And then, of course, the people who've retired are very educated, the professionals, they've gone there and they're saying, hey, we're not going to bring that money from that nonsense from Nairobi here. You know, these days, you go and build a dope digo in Sharks. Hey, they'll tell you, okay, gates is Nafakufe seaside. As we're not building at with the do you know how they usually say you're not supposed to build, for example, when the lake is like this side.
The riparian land.
Yes, but you're not supposed to build with your back, the back of the building facing the lake. You're supposed to build it with the front facing the lake. Those are some things that people didn't know. Yeah, man. You didn't know, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, there's a bunch of rules. You know, there's a bunch of things that you should have going on in your area. You know, just to ensure that even if it's populated, there's structure. Better, you know, the sanity over there. Yeah, because the population is always going to increase anyway.
I wonder though, Runda. This time it was raining and it was flooding and everything, and you saw those videos of guys
and stuff.
Guys just swimming.
With their homes flooded.
Guys with canoes, like literally.
I didn't expect that,
So the garage I go to, my boy owns a garage, and there's been an E-Class, very nice looking E-Class, just chilling. So you go once, twice, 3 times. And the first time I asked him, like, hey Chief Bana, Gary Kwani, what's going on? The guy's like, this thing in Giza Maji. And I was like, when? That day for floods? It's like, The guy lives on a street where it was flooded. And the reason why his street flooded was because someone bought land and then built a wall that blocks the path for the Maji.
Oh my God.
And because he's paid, he's like, Bana, this is my digs, Bana. But now he didn't. Now, if this urban planning thing and the rules are not followed, then you're going to affect everyone else. So this guy now his motor is just chilling. It needs new electronics, new engine, new everything, and is this going to have to fork out the
Runda is basically riparian land, isn't it?
It is. Even where Larimado was swimming, it was sorted. And a big pipe of Maji. I don't know. I think it needs to rain like heavy. So we draw what's up. I use that road quite a lot.
Yeah.
This is actually quite scary because if you're going to buy a place, how do you know that this wasn't where a river used to go? Because
now the county government is supposed to give you the whole plan.
But they're not going to give you that. I mean, Mother Nature remembers. If this is where my rivers used to be, I'm still gonna come when it starts to rain. I don't care if you build a 40 million house there. I'm coming for you.
Yo, guys, let me tell you, just don't be excited about Nairobi, man. That's what. If you being smart is planning. It's planning your future. If you think you're gonna enjoy your whole rich lifestyle and live in a dope suburb in Nai, think again, man, because this city is getting now. It's looking all messy. Yeah, I don't like Nai.
Tigoni's got some really good places.
Where?
Yeah.
Tigoni. Yeah.
Okay.
Fresh air and
Tilisi.
Hey. Relax.
Karibuni Kiambu.
Hey yo, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get back into the mix, and then when we come back, we'll tell you some more stories and more facts. I feel like I'm now, I don't want to get into people's spaces because I feel like I'm giving people bad vibes. Muskwena pressure. It's all good.
You played the best music.
More of the classics and the hits you love. Spice FM.